Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to do something exciting today because this is an addition to my car, and I got a lip for my Corvette, and I also got a spoiler for my Corvette. This is a polyurethane style spoiler, so it's very flexible. So is the front lip. They both came with some sort of very limited instruction, but I'm going to show you guys how to actually, you could either just install it as is, or in my case, I'm going to paint it. I'm going to paint it black, and my car is blue, so you know the contrast of black and blue is going to go very well together. But I'm going to show you guys the process of cleaning these off, getting the oil off, getting everything off, and getting it prepped for primer, then paint, and installation. So what you're gonna need, the first thing you're gonna need is zip. Okay, zip. This is an industrial purple degreaser. So you're gonna wipe these off with this degreaser, and you're gonna try to get as much as oil and stuff out and make the surface ready to be sanded down. Now, a lot of people, you could use a sandpaper. I like to use a abrasive sponge to sand these down, because they do create a very, they don't make a very deep scratch into the surface. So that way, you know, when you do the primer, you don't really have to go, you don't have to do a lot of cleaning, but they actually do go deep enough for you to get the surface get the abrasive on the surface for the materials to stick. After you do that, what you need to do is get an adhesion promoter. What this will do is basically create a layer, basically a glue, on the surface of these polyurethane material, and once that surface is created, you will move on to hit it with a primer. Now, this primer is important. The primer I'm using is Duplicolor Automotive Primer Filler. So the filler part actually will get into like small crevices, small bumps or whatever, and it will fill that part out. And once you spray it with primer, you're gonna go over it with a very fine sandpaper, about 1800 grit wet sandpaper, and wet sand the primer down. Basically get it smooth to the touch, make sure everything's clean, make sure you know, you got all the parts, all the areas, you know, get everything done before you get to the paint. And before you even get to do that, you have to wipe it clean very well. You have to you use rubbing alcohol to get it cleaned out. Once you do that, then it's ready to be painted. The paint I'm using today is, again, a Duplicolor brand trim and bumper paint. Okay, a lot of these paints come flat. They're not glossy. They're usually very flat color. I sort of wanted a little glossy because it's gonna, I don't have anything that's like a flat color on my car. So, and the reason I use a trim and bumper paint is because it gives you that flexible finish. So like, you know how I said these are flexible, so you don't want your paint to crack when you're installing these. Once you install these, you should have very minimal movement as you drive the car. So this is important. And in order for me to get the gloss that I want, what I got was a clear glamour finish semi-gloss. And this comes, you have to wear a mask with this. This is very, it comes with a warning sign. That was the word I was looking for. It comes with a warning sign, so you need to wear a mask when you are using this this clear coat. and supposedly it's top of the line. So, you know, I will put a link down in the subscription for all the materials I'm using. Definitely wear gloves. You don't want your fingerprint anywhere on these material. The oil from your fingers will actually remain on here. So, you know, when you go and spray the adhesion promoter, or when you go spray the primer, your material will probably not stick well to this product. So wear your gloves, wear your masks. And I'm not talking about COVID. This is just basically you dealing with spray cans and all that stuff, and work in an area that's sort of ventilated. So if you don't have a paint booth, like I don't have a paint booth, and if you have some sort of fan, you know, I have a fan blowing right now because it's super hot in here. It's, you know, I live in Virginia. It's humid. It's super hot, but my garage is sort of, you know, it's probably about 85 degrees in here, but it's still warm. But some sort of fan that will direct, you know, the overspray outside of the garage or somewhere else, not on you. So without further ado, guys, let's get started on this, because if you're excited as I am, I'm trying to figure out how this is going to come out. I'm actually very excited and sort of nervous, because this is the first time ever I'm doing a part that's going to go on a car, and I've never done a car part, you know, start to finish, get it painted, get it prepped, and get it installed. So, you know, let's do this together. You know, if I make any mistakes along the way, you guys are here to witness this. This is why I call this the Big D experience, because this is the first time I experienced all this stuff. So I like you guys to be present as I make my mistakes, and, you know, learn from the process as well. Hopefully I'll have no issues. Hopefully everything will go as planned, but you never know, because, you know, as most of you guys do DIY stuff, you know, it's always the last screw that doesn't want to come out or gives you trouble. So let's get started. Let's get these things prepped. Let's get them sprayed, and let's see how long it'll take and how much of an experience level it's needed to actually get these done. Alright guys, the parts have been primered and now we're gonna wet sand these. I'm using a 800 grit sandpaper to wet sand these down. So if you want to do a finer sandpaper you could do that, but I'm using a 3M 800 grit sandpaper. So just like anything, you want to twist this, start from one end and start working your way out. You don't need to put too much pressure, very light sanding. Make sure you have plenty of water, because the water is actually the lubricant that will keep the primer on surface. You're just going to smooth out the surface so you'll have a smooth finish. So let's get it started. Alright guys, so finish sanding it down. Now you want to do another degreaser on there, get a new rag and just do a light wipe on there, front, back, everywhere that you're going to spray paint. Get it ready for paint. So this is it, this is the last step, well almost the last step. As you can see, I had to build a jig for this thing because this thing has the backside I also need to paint. So I'm gonna lift it up and paint the back, then set it back down, and then paint the front lip. Then I'll move the camera down so you guys can see the front lip as well. But the important part is to wipe it down. And you don't have to spray the thing, you just spray your rag, and that's all you have to do. Okay guys, I just finished painting this. I'm gonna let it sit and dry up. I want to see how shiny this thing is. I might want it a little bit more shinier than it is now, but I'm gonna have to let it dry up before I decide to put a clear coat on it or a gloss to make it a little bit shiny. I'm very happy with the way the paint came out. It's very smooth, very well textured, but we'll find out when it's dried, and we'll go from there just to see how it's going to come out. Okay guys, we are back, day 2 of the spray painting of this. Now I got my Spray Max 2K Clear Glamour. This comes with an activator that's on the bottom that we gotta push in, and I got my respirator mask because you need it. The N95 crap doesn't work. This is what you're gonna need. You will need a respirator mask for this thing. So let's get this thing activated. Let's spray these things down. Let's see what the end result is gonna be. I'm very curious. I'm thinking it's gonna have a nice shine, but let's see how it works. This has a very light shine, but you know, I'm gonna put this clear coat on it just to finish it off. Alright.
Come to the garden, darling, I will wait for you. Here I will sit till morning like true lovers do. Come to the garden, darling, I will wait for you. Here I will sit till morning like true lovers do. Come to the garden, darling, I will wait for you. Here I will sit till morning like true lovers do. Wait for you.
Okay guys, I finished painting and look how smooth this thing looks. It came out absolutely incredible. Absolutely. Look how shiny it is. I love the outcome of this thing. This is gonna look so good. It's gonna look so good, guys. This is I had my doubts, so I think the product, and especially this clear coat, worked flawlessly. I did put a heavy coat on there. It's actually very smooth. It came out very, very nice and clean. Can't wait to install it. So share, like, and subscribe, and so you can get notification when I do the installation on the on my car, because it's gonna look absolutely amazing, I believe. The outcome was a lot better than I thought. The experience was great. Definitely, this is something you could do at home instead of paying somebody to do like a paint job, which is gonna cost arm and a leg. So with that, guys, I'm gonna leave it right here. It's hot as hell in my garage. I'm gonna go inside, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.